then subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. Yeah. Yeah. Be dancing. Look at the cutie brother. He's so cute. Nope. Look at the cuties. He's so cute. Yeah.
Orange and a cut.
Y'all tired? Daniel, where are we?
At no.
Land all across New Orleans so kids can get a free public education. Down the street, lady, always on the inside. It's up to the family to maintain the upkeep. Go to one of the older cemeteries, like St. Louis #1 outside the quarter where Nicolas Cage has that big old pyramid. You'll notice some of those tombs are caving in on themselves. 3 criteria you have to be met. Got to be complete disrepair, more than 100 years old, and the family name has to be extinct, which is a very nice way of saying there's nobody they can build. If that happened, to take whatever bags would have been in something like this and put them in the oven vaults. That's the mausoleum wall, runs on the outside of the cemetery. Then they destroy what's left of the tomb and resell the plot, which is how a guy like Nicolas Cage was able to buy a plot in the cemetery that's been full for 300 years. Now, there's 3 kinds of people in the vaults. People that start off with something like this and get moved. People that can't afford this. This isn't cheap. Today's money's gonna run about 75 grand. Start there and end there. Then there's people going to be there a very short period of time, exactly 1 year, 1 day. Let's say somebody in your family dies. Before the year and a day is up, somebody else in the family dies. Happens a lot more often than you might think. They do not open the tomb. You spend a year and a day there, then you get moved to the family plot.
Wow.
Now, folks, you have to understand, New Orleans is surrounded by physical boundaries. Water. It's everywhere. Lake, bayou, river. We had to figure out a way to bury a lot of people in a small space. So you get what you see before you today. But remember, we were founded on Catholicism. This was a slow form of cremation that doesn't violate canon law. Questions? Take about 5 minutes, take all the pictures you want. Be back at the bus, we'll go to City Park.
Okay. Wow.
Get off the bus again until it's over. The last hour or so is a straight. It's not really a dessert, it's a donut, breakfast, but you eat them all the time.
Beignet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Welcome to City Park, folks. That is Bridge.
I had that the other day.
Cool.
Dwayne was walking with me.
In any direction. And you're completely surrounded by water. You're on a bridge. Pretty weird sensation. But that's Lake Pontchartrain and the Causeway. What do you think, folks?
Neat.
Now, I left New Orleans about 18 hours before Katrina made landfall, which was basically the last possible second, because they were about to close all the roads in and out. There had been no access and no egress. And the reason I waited so long, I wasn't leaving. I was going to stay, ride the storm out. The reason why I was going to stay is that my mom didn't want to leave. There was no way I was leaving my mother.
Oh.
My dad kept saying, we got to go.
Oh.
19 feet. We got to go. You know how deep 19 feet? Right along the flood wall. Check out the street, then check out the water in the canal. Outside. Everything that would have been in that house was on that curb, that house, that curb. Block to block, neighborhood to neighborhood to pick up debris. You had nowhere to go but up. If you didn't have an axe to bust out of your own roof, you were trapped. That's 98 degrees. Gotta go a good what? 120? 125 in the attic? And you don't have any electricity? You sit in that sauna in the dark. Now you know you're 10 feet off the ground, you're in your own attic. And you feel water on your feet, and it's above your knees, and it's above your waist. People were dying of strokes and heart attacks on the spot. They knew their lives were finished. Some people died of dehydration, some starvation. Some people drowned. Attic wasn't high enough. And we're built on top of a swamp. Some people got bitten by poisonous snakes. Imagine the abject terror of wrestling a poisonous snake in the dark, in waist-deep water, in the attic of your own house.
Yeah, that's horrible.
And people ask me, what's the death toll? Still rising. Initial death toll was about 2,000. People died of slow death in New Orleans for years because they never got over losing everything. The saying was, he or she died of a broken heart. And that's true. Katrina might not have killed him August 29th, but she damn sure killed him. Drug abuse, drug addiction through the roof. Alcoholism exploded. People are dying tonight because of ailments associated with those conditions. I would submit we won't know how many people Katrina killed till everybody who lived through it is dead. At the top of this bridge, you see someone at 2.7 billion in new pipes. They're enormous. 5 times. That's where I'm going to be buried. You guys ever heard of the Chicken King, Al Copeland? No. You ever heard of Popeye's Fried Chicken?
Yes.
And you're an Al Copeland. That's who founded it, from New Orleans, buried one of the nicest ones. He's the Chicken King. Me and the Chicken King, we're going to be neighbors for eternity. Onion rings forever. But if you go from the main entrance coming up on your right, here's the...
He stated this was the very first cemetery that was built in New Orleans.
No relation.
Okay.
Coming at you straight ahead.
No.
Just bear with me for a second, folks, as we get through.
This was a very insightful and helpful tour. If you're ever in New Orleans, I definitely recommend.
I'm going to leave you guys with our motto, Laissez le bon temps rouler, which means let the good times roll.
You like it as sprinkles? Oh, you almost done. Is it good? I'll do that.
Yeah. I just got a little kitty cat. You got a milkshake?
Water
Eating
now.
ice cream.
My cup is water now. So you... I can melt it.
Now he's laying on his brother.
Okay.
Tails fly like that.
So, what?
Nothing, go ahead.
So we just getting up and yeah. So.